Welcome back, folks, with another Feel Too Real Let's Play. This time we're playing Doom 2016. Fuck yeah. Alright, so it's been a while since I've actually done post-recording because I'm just now coming off my little vacation I kind of did at the very beginning of this month. Time this recording is July 9th. But anyways, Doom 2016. I've actually been wanting to Let's Play this for a while, but just never really got into it, into actually recording it, as I was playing Doom Eternal at the time, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and take a crack at playing Doom 2016, because, you know, it's fucking Doom. Anyways, as you see, there's lots of freaking marketing for Doom Dark Ages, which I haven't played yet at the time of this recording. Matter of fact, I just beat Doom Eternal, the main campaign, not too long ago. I still gotta play the DLCs, but we're gonna start a brand new campaign. We're going to play Hurt Me Plenty because, you know what, I just want to play on normal. I don't want to lose my damn mind. But Doom 2016, it's a freaking fantastic fun game. I haven't played Doom Eternal yet, but out of the two, Doom 2016, or out of the three, or out of the two I've played, Doom 2016 is probably my favorite out of the two so far. And from what I've heard, that Doom Dark Ages plays kind of sort of like Doom, with maybe a little bit more open worldness to it, but that's gonna be for another day. But what's this? We're naked and we're chained. That's very fetishy. What the hell's happening? Anyways, so this is our protagonist. You're gonna hear me interchange a lot of names with this dude. I call him Doom Marine, Doom Guy, Doom Slayer. So we're gonna get our first weapon here, which is the pistol, which has unlimited ammo, so really just take your shots at the enemies. And then we haven't been introduced to the glory kill system yet, so you're just going to shoot them until they die. And once they're done being dead, you go ahead and open this door right here. And we're going to introduce to one of our main antagonists here, or I guess technically the main antagonist, or secondary antagonist. We consider Hell itself to be the antagonist.
We have to contain
Hey,
this.
I'm not this, I'm a dude, and my name's Doom Guy. But with that, we're going to get our armor, which, in my opinion, this is the best Doom armor out of all the Doom games. That includes the Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, this game, Eternal, which Eternal technically has this if you unlock it. I do like the fur cape motif in Doom the Dark Ages, but just something about this is so simple and you feel so freaking powerful in it. And so here, we're on Mars, because, you know, go figure, the portal to Hell is on Mars. Base casualties, unavailable. Facility damage, unavailable. Threat level, unavailable. Attack origin, unavailable. Everything's fucking offline, apparently. And we gotta go and fix it.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resox
Thank you, not
is brought
Cortana.
back online.
And so here we're going to be introduced to one of our main helpers, Dr. Hayden.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this
In a way, I thought at first it was Peter Cullen. I thought it was the guy that voiced Optimus Prime, because in a way he kind of sounded like Optimus Prime there. And so every so often you'll get these codec entries, or codex, not codec, like Metal Gear. They give you a little bit of background information on the objects and artifacts and the demons and all that stuff that are going to be in Doom. I'll go ahead and leave some of it there. Other times I'll just cut it really short. But here we're going to be introduced to the glory kill system, which you press the right stick and then you can do a glory kill, which will give you a little bit of HP or armor depending on any runes that you have equipped. And this right here is why, honestly, why I feel like Doom became so freaking popular. It's so freaking metal, man. It's just rip and tear demons with your bare arms. It's amazing. But here we'll get our second weapon, combat shotgun, which is just a normal shotgun. And then later on, we're going to get upgrades to our weapons. And this is something I love about Doom, is that you actually can carry all your freaking guns. You don't have to carry two freaking guns, like a primary, a secondary, and a pistol like modern games are. You know, you carry all your fucking guns with all the attachments in the world that you can get in this game. These are imps. Imps are the most basic foot soldiers you can get outside of soldiers and zombies or possessed. I think these are possessed. And this is a gore nest. When you take out the heart, the gore nest will explode and it will summon a crap ton of demons. And you're basically in a gauntlet of sorts where you gotta take out these demons. Now, these gore nests can summon imps. They can summon Hell Knights, they can summon soldiers, they can summon zombies, they summon all sorts of stuff. And see, these demons are lining up to be ripped and torn. And the thing about Doom is just like old school first-person shooters, you have to keep on moving. If you stay still, you're gonna just whittle down your health really, really, really quickly, very, 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 very quickly in the case of Doom Eternal. But in this one, not as quickly, but they still will eat up your health and armor really quickly. Right now, you won't notice it so much because imps, they only have one long-range attack, and then soldiers have long-range attacks. Possessed have to be really close to you to do that. And generally, in these areas, you'll find ammo, you'll find health to kind of help you sustain yourself in the fight. But it's kind of limited, so don't like just waste all your ammo. But I honestly, I've never had a instance where I just ran out of ammo and I fucking died because of it. But even then, you still have your pistol.
He cannot be allowed to leave this place.
Okay, Olivia.
He would ruin everything.
And I wish Olivia had a more presence in this game. She's in the first act of the game, and then she kind of disappears into the last act. Samuel Hayden is probably outside of Doom Guy, he's probably my favorite character in this game. And then maybe Vega and then Doom Guy. Just had gotten out of hand. Yeah, you summon a freaking portal to hell on this planet, and then it's just slightly out of hand. But that's our opening intro to Doom. I gotta say, it kind of sets the tone very nicely for the rest of the game. And I fucking love the soundtrack of Doom. Like, fucking metal is probably one of my favorite genres of music. But with that, the world of Mars is our oyster. So, the levels are pretty straightforward. You get a map, and then for the purposes of being quite a walkthrough for this game, I went ahead and labeled all the items that we can pick up. I labeled them with call them exploration because there's a list on your menu when you first open. It has like secrets, it has elite guards, it has field drones, runes, and I feel like I'm forgetting something else. And data pads aren't part of it, but I went ahead and included it. But you'll see it like a little thing on the bottom left that Future Phil's working on, and then we'll have those show up as we get them. So that was probably one of whatever it was. But here we're going to get introduced to a new enemy, the possessed soldiers, or I just call them soldiers. They have very long-range attacks. They can whittle down your health again if you just stand still. Just keep running and gunning. It's better to keep moving. You'll take less damage that way, of course, because being a stationary target is just easy pickings. Red barrels, of course, go boom and destroy stuff. And oh man, it's something about when this game came out. I was very skeptical about it. Is it going to be like? I like Doom 3. Don't get me wrong. Doom 3 is alright for what it was, but it didn't really feel like Doom to me. The demons didn't feel like Doom. The soldier that's supposed to be the Doom guy didn't really feel like the Doom guy in a way. But it was still a fantastic game. But you feel fucking powerful as a Doom guy in this. Doom Marine, Doom Slayer. I think in these games it's called Doom Slayer. But Doom Slayer, you feel so fucking powerful with it. Like you just honestly, you feel like every shot that this dude shoots, and then when the music ramps up, you just feel fucking unstoppable. Even when you're dying or you're like almost dead, you just feel so fucking unstoppable. And some of the death animations for him are pretty funny too. In particular, there's one with the lava and one with the freezing that just feels like Terminator 2 like nods. But yeah, you gotta kill all the enemies here. And sometimes they like to hide, so you gotta kind of go search and swat them and find them and everything. And then one thing about the glory kill system, if you aim your reticle at certain parts of our bodies at different angles, you'll do a different glory kill. Some of these are necessary in order to get little achievements and the levels that give you weapon points. And we'll talk about more about weapon points when we get to, I think, the next level where you get excuse me, a system get more weapon points. And I'm just now coming off of a little bit of a sore throat-esque kind of thing, so you have to forgive me, my voice sounds kind of off. But here's a collectible. It's a Doom figurine. These Doom figurines actually have different names. That one was Blue Guy, and because of the blue card that's right here. And we still have the traditional red, blue, and yellow key cards. So if you played older Doom, you know these key cards are synonymous with unlocking doors. So the blue card will unlock this door. Access granted. And so here we get our first side arm, or like equipment is what they call it. So you can get a hand grenade, a siphon grenade, and a hologram, which at the moment all we have is a frag grenade. So you throw them, and I forget about them until like probably the second half of the game, because I just normally just run and gun. I forget that they're a thing until I get the siphon grenades, and that tends to be one of my more favorite weapons because they tend to keep you alive whenever you run out of armor. And now I do like to check my my map quite a lot here, so I apologize in advance for that. It annoys some people, but it's kind of necessary to make sure you explore everything in here. When you upgrade your auto map feature power on your armor, it gets a lot easier to find secrets, which, speaking of, we're going to get to our first elite guard here in a minute. So we'll go ahead and take out these enemies right here. Boom, they're all dead. You'll get auto map sections, which are here, which will give you the map of the entire area, which is very nice. So you can see all the great sections would be areas that you haven't explored, which might be necessary for you to kill enemies there, to get weapon points, or to find goodies. So continuing in this path, we'll get to our first elite guard. And elite guards, oh man, I like that music that just played in the background. And elite guards are what's necessary in order to upgrade your armor. You have Praetor points, which is the name of your armor, and the armor is called the Praetor armor, the Praetor armor. And the elite guard, you jack their USB drive from their chest, and you can upgrade any of these five things, or any of these five categories, which do different things. At the moment, we only have access to the first three. We don't have enough for the equipment, but we do have enough for the first one and the second one, which the second one's area scan and technology, and the first one's environmental resistance. Personally, I'm probably gonna make myself a liar here, but personally, I like to go with the area scan and technology because I just want to find the secrets really easily. But then again, it's 2025 at the time this recording. You can go and find on here on my guide, my Let's Play, or you can probably just Google, I don't know, Doom 2016 all secrets, and you can find everything. But it's nice. It's very nice to have that ability. Anyways, let's continue on. There's a lever here, I believe, that I'm looking for. That is going to open up another secret, which is very nice. I really like the secret that was implemented in Doom, which is a little bit of a callback from the first two games. Get out of my face. And Doom Guy, I feel like 100% is probably, I feel Doom Guy, and then Turok, and then old school Duke Nukem. I probably like some of my favorite first-person shooter characters. But let's go ahead, hit the switch, which is very well hidden. These switches don't have any indicators on them. They're very inconspicuous. And it opens up a door that leads into a recreation of original Doom maps, or at least sections of them. So here, this is an original Doom map from, I think, Doom 1. It'll have like the name of it on the left corner, lower left corner. So you can kind of like see how the, ouch, Doom 2, the entryway. So it says like the name in the game, so it's kind of cool. And it's one of those, if you've never played the original Doom or Doom 2, especially if you're like a younger gamer, I mean, it's kind of cool to see how these levels looked back in the day, and how they interacted. And you couldn't jump in the original Doom. It's been such a long fucking time since I played Doom 2. I think Doom 2 is pretty much the same way. And I think that's the game that introduced the Icon of Sin. But yeah, fantastic games. Freaking get them on anything nowadays. They're they're just such old games. But fantastic games. It's crazy to see it where Doom was originally and how we ended up, especially with Dark Ages already released. But we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna go jump to this little doorway here. Try to. We don't have to double jump yet, so I'm trying to unlearn that I don't have a double jump. So you don't have to get to the very tip top, but you can. Don't fall off the ledge or you'll die. This isn't Doom Eternal. If you fall off the ledge, you will die. You won't lose health. You will just die. And then just make sure that you keep looking around, you keep turning. You don't really have to worry about nothing. But one thing I do like is when you get into areas of the level where let me go back to that, man. This thing on the left right there is the field drum. I don't know why I didn't just go straight for it. It's literally right there. These give your weapons an upgrade. Each weapon has 2 upgrades. So you have a charge blast or an explosive shot. Out of the 2, for the combat shotgun, I like the explosive shot. I like things going boom. So it becomes a makeshift grenade launcher. And I want to say, when you use it, I think it's only 1 shell for 1 explosion. I think, or is it 3? I don't remember. But it's very nice. And then later on, when you upgrade the weapons to, I think it's 3 levels. Yeah, 3 levels, and then you get a mastery level. The mastery levels have like different goals you have to meet. For example, to get the cluster strike, you have to land explosive shots directly on imps. I think 25, if I remember right. And then you'll upgrade it to the final ability, which when it blows up, it releases a cluster of explosions, which is very nice. Each weapon, in my opinion, has its uses, but in the case of the combat shotgun, once I get the super shotgun, I very rarely go back to this, because the super shotgun by far is probably like my favorite weapon in Doom. Like by far none. I even when I shouldn't use it, I use it, and I felt like it got even more broken. In some ways, it got a little bit weaker, and then it got more broken in Doom Eternal because you don't get a double shot. It just shoots 2 right away. And here it shoots 2 right away until you upgrade it, and then you basically get the double shot in 1 shot until you have to use it twice and you have to upgrade. But that's neither here nor there. We'll get the super shotgun when we get it. But you have a health system, you have an armor system, which is very, very, very retro, which I like. And it really brings back retro first-person shooters to like a new skin. In a way, it's kind of nice because Expedition 33 just came out a few months ago, or maybe like last month. I don't remember. But I felt like Doom did for first-person shooters, like to bring back to the retro roots, to what Expedition 33 did for turn-based, because that game is fucking fantastic. I haven't played very much of it. I got past the first act, which is pretty gut-wrenching. Didn't like it. I didn't go back to it for like a day after it happened, but fantastic game. But like this was literally, I felt like rejuvenated retro first-person shooters with like a health bar that you can see with numbers, armor system. You can carry all your freaking guns, and you have all these different alternate fires that you can get. And it's just nice to come back to this after, I don't even know, when I stopped playing first-person shooters. I think honestly I stopped playing them probably at the very beginning of like the PlayStation 2 era. I maybe played one in the PS3 era outside of Halo. I'm not talking about Halo, but what was it? I forgot the name of the game that has like the old school World War I helmet with that weird mutated skeleton head. What was it called? It had 3 games, and the second one was not as good as the first one, in my opinion, and I never played the third one. But whatever. It was like a day one game for the PS3. But yeah, it's so cool, like what this game did for this genre of first-person shooters. But anyways, going back to this. Let's go ahead and kill this imp. We're almost done with this level. We only got like maybe 5 minutes. If you know what you're doing, these levels tend to be very short. you're going around hunting for items, and it can tend to be very long. And in the case of my playthrough, if I ever get a chance to cut out some like fat, so to speak, out of my gameplay, like for example, when I'm getting lost trying to find a particular item I know is around there, I'll probably just cut it out and then just skip to right where it's at. Or if I backtrack, I'll just cut that out. Unnecessary backtracking doesn't really lead anywhere, because that does happen, especially in the later, bigger levels. But we only got one more secret, it looks like, and I think that's going to be the second collectible, which is, I want to make a very risky jump to make it, which is right here. Which you don't have to make this jump. You can actually find it a different way. But that's our second collectible, and most levels have 2 collectibles like that. Unless I'm thinking about Doom Eternal. I think Doom Eternal has one level where there's only 1 collectible, but I think every level in Doom 2016 has 2 collectibles. But this is classic guy. This is the classic armor from the original Doom, which is very cool. Oh damn, I almost did. But as you see there, if you keep glory killing your enemies, you'll get health, which is very nice. So whenever you get a chance to just glory kill the mess out of them, and you'll stay in the fight. Okay, he's dead, Phil. Continue on. And another thing too, what I like about Doom 2016 too, is when it ends, it's kind of like a callback to the original Doom, where you have to hit a switch. Or am I thinking about Duke Nukem? I'm thinking about Duke Nukem, where you hit that nuclear button and it like ends the level. Actually, I think Doom actually had something like that, but it didn't like have a nuke button on it. It's been such a long time since I played the original Doom, but I just remember having such a good time with it. And a lot of the callbacks in these games, like in Doom 2016, it's just a nice callback too. So let's go ahead and take out these enemies, and really we're getting to like just like normal, easy encounters. They kind of like ease you into it. Just getting used to just running and gunning. Because later on you're gonna be fighting all kinds of crazy shit. You're gonna be fighting Hell Knights, Pinkies. These imps are just gonna be like shooting at you from taking pot shots at you with their fireballs, or trying to get in your way and all that. It's just a glorious mess. Even when you're getting your ass handed to you when you're first playing this, it just feels, it's going to sound weird. It sounds fair, because like when you mess up, you feel like it's your fault. It's not the game like cheesing you. Now Doom Eternal is different. Doom Eternal will hand your ass on a silver platter and you'll be like, we cheated. Cheat harder if you want to beat us. That's literally what it feels like. But that's also still a fantastic game. So let's go up here. And I'm trying to find the way up, which is right there. I don't know why I'm not jumping up to go that way. Oh, because I want to take out the soldier. Boop! Let's break your arm in your face. I think I just broke his face. I didn't break his arm. And there was armor shards right there, and I didn't grab them. I don't know why. Where are you going, Phil? You're going back the other way. You need to go. I think what I'm thinking about, I haven't gotten like all the secrets, but I didn't bother to check my map to just double check. Yeah. So we're gonna go back. And then we're going to go up. And this is one of those sections I probably should have edited it out a little bit, but it's alright. We're almost done. We only got like 1 minute left. And occasionally, I want to say, if you run into around in a group of enemies, they might start attacking each other. I know that's what soldiers do to, I think, Possessed. I think sometimes they attack them. I mean, Possessed are not very difficult enemies to deal with, Mapper. They're not really dangerous enemies either. Let's go up here, and then if you want to end the level, you go the opposite direction I'm going. I'm just double checking to see if there's any stuff here. So there's nothing here. So once you get to this point, you can just, if you want to get this armor and this health, you can. I take that back. And then don't worry, we'll upgrade our stats to where we get more armor and more health. Just right now, we're kind of just very basic guy right now. So go into the little bit of a hallway, and then you'll get a thing that says open airlock or something like that, and then you hit that button and you'll end the level. But both these doors lead to here, so no need to go back that way. And the UAC spokesman is kind of fun. But with that, we end the level, you get a little bit of score, seeing what you get. And with that, folks, that's the end of our first part of Doom 2016. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next part, guys. Later, and bye.